wanted to take a few moments and just kind of showcase the different quality audio recording devices that you have available to you when you're making videos like this. So we're starting this in a quiet room. We'll do a second part where we're outside just off a noisy street, which is a great example of the isolating abilities of something like a lav mic. So right now here I'm recording with a 5D Mark III. I have the audio set on auto, so it's just capturing as it would straight out of the box. You do have some ability to adjust that, go into the manual settings, turn off the auto gain, which is recommended, but you can hear how it sounds. I'm also recording with the Shure VP83, so this kind of shotgun mic. Camera mount. It's sitting up on the 5D Mark III. One of the things that I really like about the Shure is that it is able to record independently of the camera to a micro SD card, and that's what it's doing right now. I am also wearing a Shure SM93 lav mic, and you can see it sticking up right here. When I'm outside, I'll put a little foam windscreen on it, but inside you don't need that. That is running into a Zoom H4n, which is also recording through its internal audio, or its built-in mics. So we'll take a look and listen to all four of these. Camera, shotgun mic mounted on the camera, lav mic running into the Zoom, and of course the Zoom audio right there, to get a sense of how they all sound. Then we'll take it outside. I actually just was recording another video and using these, so we'll just listen to that briefly. Welcome to the first episode in my new series I'm calling Think Before You Click. A series of short videos that help you take your photos to the next level. In this first series, we're going to be talking a lot about composition, and today specifically we're talking about distracting elements. Elements that in your picture distract your viewer's eye from your subject. Whether that subject is a mountain or a person, you want to make sure that the viewer's eye focuses on them and nothing else. Let's take a quick look at each of these audio devices and also use this as a chance to throw in one more that I forgot about. That is the Audio-Technica ATR 3350 $20 lav mic. We'll talk about that in just a second, but you are hearing right now the audio from that device. But let's start with this Shure VP83. This is a shotgun mic, very similar to the idea of the Rode shotgun mics, which are extremely popular. I went with this one for two reasons. One is that it records to a micro SD card, so you can record independently from the camera to this device, and that gives me some flexibility in the field. I don't always have to have this on a camera. I could put this on a tripod. There's a little tripod hole right there, or it can slide into the flash hot shoe, as you can see there. And that will allow me to set it up someplace independently of a camera and record. But I can also run it into a camera. Here's the little audio out, but it also has a headphones out jack, so you can monitor the audio as it's coming into this device. That's a nice feature. There are a handful of DSLRs, including the 70D, that do not offer headphone out jack, so you can only monitor the audio with the little meter on the back of the camera. That's nice. It's also got a very nifty little LCD screen here with this little joystick that's very easy to operate it. So these shotgun mics really isolate the sound and only pick up what is directly in front of them. And you've heard that usage in that crowded alley, and it works quite nicely. It's beefy. It runs on 2 AA batteries and has good battery life, upwards around 20 hours of recording time on 2 AA's. It's pretty impressive, and I've been really happy with it so far and really just started using it. So that is the Shure VP83, and it runs for about $289. Next is the looking slightly beat up Zoom H4n. This is a really nice recorder. It's got these built-in mics that do a good job, but they really do pick up everything that's going on around them. What it also has, though, is these 2 XLR inputs down here, and it can power these. That's called the phantom power. And so what I run into this now is the Shure SM93 lav mic. So there it is. There's the little microphone guy. Tiny, tiny little microphone pickup. Audio quality on these is really impressive, and of course, because it's clipped right there close to you, very much isolates anything that's going on around you, or isolates you from what's going on around you. And these just run in right here, and you can set independent levels. And for any of you who have watched more of my videos, you know that Christina and I do a podcast. She talks a little bit quieter than I do, and it's nice to be able to increase her levels and decrease mine so that it comes into the audio video editor at about the same level overall. So that's really nice. These now, just these with the XLR input and this, runs about $135. Not cheap, but they're excellent and work very well. The zoom runs about $270. Tons of other useful features and tools in here that I don't actually use much. It records to a full-sized SD card. Battery life is okay. It runs off 2 AA's as well. But when you are phantom powering something, you can eat through batteries pretty quick and really just get about 2 to 4 hours of battery life if you're powering something. If you're not, if you're just recording on these mics here, it can be a little bit longer. Tripod hole as well, so you could mount it on top of a DSLR using something like this nifty little hot shoe tripod adapter. And if you wanted to use it out in the field and were worried about wind, they do sell little muffs, little dead kittens, dead cat thing that will muffle the sound, and that works fairly well. I have enjoyed using this in a lot of different cases because again, you can record off camera. You can also, using line out, record to the camera as well, and it works quite well. And it's got the headphone jack too, so you can monitor your audio if you're not recording directly into the camera. Now, I mentioned that there is the Audio Technica, and so I'm going to move this, and so we might hear some sound difference, or maybe I'll switch over to the on-camera. So this guy, 20 bucks gets you this little lav mic, and the good, it's $20. It also comes with 20 feet of this cord, so you can almost pretend it's a wireless mic in that you have so much reach and flexibility in using it. A downside is it's powered by these stupid little watch batteries. And battery life is okay, and there's absolutely no indication of battery life. There's no light, there's nothing that lets you know whether or not it's working. All you can do is turn it on, plug it into the camera, and hope it's live. Now, battery life isn't terrible. I've used it definitely for hours at a time before having to replace the battery, but the battery also seems to just die after a while sitting in there, as smaller watch batteries do. And so there's a chance you could pick it up and get ready to use it sometime. So I recommend, if you're thinking about this, for 20 bucks it's good. It does need a little post-processing to get the hiss out of it, but buy a package of these. And I'll have a blog post with all these links in here. These are these little LR44s. And just keep always a 2 or 3 spares with you when you're out shooting any kind of video that needs audio. Alright, so that was a quick look at the Shure VP83, the Shure SM93 XLR lav mics, the Zoom's H4n, the Audio Technica 8TR3350, which is this little guy right here that I'm holding, and then of course we had the on-camera audio, right now running from the 5D Mark III. So we can switch back and forth between those two things, but you got a good idea of what they sounded like in the others. So, hope this was helpful.
Alright, so that gave you a sense of how all of the different audio capture devices work in 2 different settings. It's kind of your common indoor, quieter setting, and your louder outdoor street scene. If you've got any questions about these different mics, you could just leave a comment right down below. If you found this helpful, just give it a thumbs up, and a subscribe is always appreciated as well. I will have more detailed videos about audio options coming very soon. What would you like to hear more about? Thanks.